Hallo, herzlich willkommen zurück bei Dragon Quest 11. Nachdem er sich auf die Suche nach seinen Freunden gemacht hat, trifft Bergbischof am mystischen Berg Grimalaya ein, der eine Verbindung zum Lichtbringer besitzen soll. Dort erfährt er von der lang gemeinsamen Geschichte des Tempels von Klatschmandu und der königlichen Familie von Eschenburg. Er hat Großmeisterin Peng, die ihn trainiert hätte, ihr Leben gegeben, um den Tempel bei Yggdrasils Sturz zu beschützen. Da Peng tot ist, kann die lange Reihe der Eschenburger Schüler, unter denen sich auf Bodem befunden hat, nicht mehr fortgeführt werden. Der hohe Lama gibt ein kleines Festessen zu Ehren des lang erwarteten Eintreffens des Lichtbringers, nachdem sich unser Held für die Abreise bereit macht. Als er losgehen will, sieht er den Lama bei einigen Mönchen am Tempeleingang stehen. Der Mystiker im Miniaturformat erzählt ihm, dass ein Einsiedler zum Berggipfel gegangen ist und er einige der Mönche losgeschickt hat, um nachzusehen, ob es ihm gut geht, weil die Monster nach dem Sturz des Weltbaums ungewöhnlich brutal geworden sind. Da es den Mönchen nicht gelungen ist, den Einsiedler zu erreichen, geben unser Held und Hendrik an ihrer Stelle dem Lama sicheres Geleit auf dem gefährlichen Weg zum Gipfel. Das Wissen von Klatschmandu. Wer nicht mehr gewinnen will, hat schon verloren. Condolia, Lavendria. Du wurdest von einem Menschen in Klatschmandu gebeten, eine Schneeschlange mit Hilfe der Körper feuriges Fanal zu besiegen. Schiffe und Kreaturen sind tagsüber gleich ausreichend von Klatschmandu anzunehmen. Holbar. Mit einem Kelly verfolgt uns. Dickerchen. Komm mal heran. Amore mio. Oha. 317. Das war's mit dem schwarzen Drachen.
Victory!
Der ca. 1000 Leben hat. Drachenreiter. Bisschen.
We did it, darlings!
Kiste gefunden. Hexerring. Guter Hit.
Score one for the good guys!
I'm sorry. Einfach chillen. Dreifacher. Oh, sie gefühlt aus wie Bodo.
It seems we are too late. Is this the hermit we came in search of?
Unfortunately so. He was in deep meditation when he breathed his last. I am glad at least that he was prepared to meet his fate. But that posture, it is awful. Uniquely awful. I know it from somewhere.
Incredible! Issue 1 of the Ogler's Digest. And in mint condition. Indeed. It seems our friend here made his peace with the world before departing. This, at least, is some small solace. This is one of the royal treasures of Dundrasil. Why would a lowly hermit have such a... By the skies! Can it really be?
Lord Robert!
Your grandfather was Master Pang's most fervent disciple. Can he have chosen to follow his mentor to the next life, perhaps?
No, he is still breathing.
What?
His spirit hovers in the place between life and death. It is only a matter of time before he passes the point of no return. But there may yet be a way to save him. If you were to follow him into the void, you might be able to bring him back.
But how? Is this even possible?
The ancient teachings tell us that the summit of Mount Panglai stands at the crossroads between this world. If you will permit me, I can perform an ancient rite that will send you to the place between worlds. But it is not a decision to be taken lightly. Once that place is entered, there is no guarantee of return. Well, will you take that chance? Will you visit the void and bring Lord Robert back to us?
Natürlich.
Very well.
Frau
I will
Bodo hier?
prepare for the ritual. Tell me when you are ready, and we will begin.
Ich brauch Bodo jetzt sofort. Das ist Heiler hoch 10.
It is time to depart for the place.
What is this foolish dance? What manner of ritual is this?
Das sieht ja nicht gerade einladend aus. Die Zwischenwelt.
Another wandering soul drifts into my domain. Welcome, child, to the end of your journey. Destiny is cruel indeed to send me one so young. This may be a fruitless question, given the vacant expression you wear, but do you know what fate awaits you here? He is wise beyond his years. An intellectual giant. I must return to the world above and tell everyone I met such a marvel. Do you think me a fool, boy? Do not pretend. There is no need for pretense here. You are ignorant. This is as it should be. Let me unburden you of at least a little of your ignorance. I will explain in simple terms that even an idiot may understand. As you see, this world is a blank slate. It is a place of nothingness.
Also gelogen, da ist ein Haus.
Before Yggdrasil fell, departed souls would come here before returning to the world tree. But now that the tree is gone, it is a place with an entrance but no exit. A dead end for the dead. A spiritual cul-de-sac. What I'm trying to tell you is that you will never leave this world. Before long, your soul will dissipate and be lost to the void. As long as the cycle of souls is interrupted, all who die will suffer the same fate. Until at last, the Lord of Shadows is the only one who remains. This is your destiny. Accept it, for you cannot change it. Or do you cling to the vain hope that the heart of Yggdrasil may be recovered from Mordegon's clutches? If you do, you are a fool. And yet, you would not be alone in your foolishness. There are others who refuse to accept that all is lost. Some people just don't know when to give up.
Wenn du das Helfzeichen das finstere Firmament durchbricht, zeigt die Sonne am dunklen Himmel droben strahlend ihr Gesicht. Ekelhaft. Und vertreibt alsbald die schwarze Nacht mit ihrem heiligen Licht. So fressen die kleine Kinder nicht. Bodo!
Did you think that he chose death out of a sense of despair? You could not be more wrong. He came here with hope in his heart. The hope that one day he will defeat the Lord of Shadows. Your grandfather came to find me so that I might teach him the last of my secrets. You know who I am, of course. Foolish child. I am Pang, Grand Master of Angrila. Your grandfather's teacher and tormentor. Do you see the magic circle that surrounds him? The precise pattern of movements draws energy from the ether and channels it to create the mandala of Yggdrasil. This is the final secret. He has been flailing away like this ever since he arrived here. It is not good for him at his age. But when the great sigil is complete, he will have mastery over a power not seen since the Age of Heroes. Get out, Knight! Don't you dare give up now! I'll beat your bottom black and blue, I swear it!
Kamehameha! Naja, fast.
Well, would you look at that? Perhaps he is not completely useless after all.
Hey! Did you see that? I finally did it! Oh, it was beautiful!
Yes, very impressive. I thought you had gone soft in your dotage, but it seems you still have some guts. Well done.
Jinx! Grandmaster Pang, was that praise? Woohoo! For the first time in my long life, she's actually paid me a compliment. Oh, that's warmed my cockles more than 100 nips of the hard stuff.
Perhaps if you could stop congratulating yourself for one moment and squint beyond the end of your bulbous nose, you would see we have a visitor.
Oh my! Is it really you, laddie? Och, no, you as well. Your poor young life snatched away from you. It's not fair. It's not fair, I tell you.
Oh, stop your sniveling. The boy is alive.
He's what? But what's he doing here, then?
He and his friends found your body and sent his soul from the world above to bring you back.
Ah, really? But I only came here to... And you went to all that trouble. As you can see, I'm perfectly fine. Finer than ever, in fact. Now that I've learned the final secret, you and me are going to be unstoppable. Come on, let's get back to our bodies and show that Lord of Shadows what we're made of.
Stop right there! Where do you think you are going?
I can't thank you enough for all you've done, Grandmaster. But now that my training's finished, I need to be on my way.
Finished? Oh, but we haven't even begun. Honored Luminary, if you would like to follow me.
Huh? Warten.
Your grandfather has mastered the last secret of Angri-La. He now has the power to send enemies straight to the beyond. It is a technique first devised in the Age of Heroes by Morkant, brother-in-arms of the Luminary of Legend. For you, I have a technique no less impressive. An attack of such incredible power that it can tear through all 4 dimensions. It was devised by Erdwin himself during his training with Yi, our first Grand Master. And it will give you strength beyond reckoning, Luminary.
Well, that can't be a bad thing. Me with Morkant's spell and you with Erdwin's attack. We'll be unstoppable.
If you can master it. None since Erdwin has been able to do so. The training you must undergo to acquire this power will be more intense, more relentless, more excruciating than any you have faced before. Well, do you think you have what it takes to endure this most trying of trials? I knew you would make the right choice. Now, let us begin. The first step is to focus your mental energies and call forth a blade of pure light. Hold out your hand and try. As good as can be expected for a first attempt. The heat of battle should help to speed you up a little.
Battle? You mean you're going to fight him? Oh, no, the poor lad's not ready.
Me? Why would I rumple my nice clean robe when I have you to do my dirty work for me?
What? You're going to make me fight my own grandson?
Who better, Lord Robert? You have mastered all our secrets now. There is no one better suited to the task. And besides, I've always wanted to see 2 princes of Dundrasil battling it out. Let me know when you are ready to begin.
Immer.
Before we continue, allow me to give your grandfather an unfair advantage. All in the name of speeding up your training, of course.
felt this alive in decades. Let me add a little blighter.
That's the spirit. Don't hold back. Show him the true power of our last and greatest secret.
Just you watch me.
Luminary, prepare yourself. Beat back the onslaught and unleash the technique if you can. The more you use it, the stronger it will become. You must practice until it is perfect.
Here I come, laddie. It's time to show you what this old man can do.
Geh mal weg mit deinem Gehstock. Perlentor.
Feel bad about this. Surrender your soul.
Sind hier ganz schön überbehandelt, oder? Kannst du mehr fragen? Servo. Ärger. Chill mal. Bodo wurde besiegt. 2000.
Oh, yes. Wonderful. I couldn't have beaten him more soundly myself. I must say, I doubted you had it in you. But you have proved me wrong. And for once, that is no bad thing.
Hat der Fähigkeit Quadrahieb gemeistert.
The power of the technique comes from your heart. Hone that greatest of weapons, and none will be able to stand before you. Now, I think it's time we peeled that old degenerate off the flagstones, don't you?
You beat me, even with the last secret of Angry-La in my side. Oh, I can't believe how much you've grown, laddie.
You weren't too much of an embarrassment, no. Perhaps I finally have a disciple worthy of the name.
Oh!
Yeah.
So this is where you have been hiding.
Wait, I know that voice.
Mordegan.
Sniveling worms. You thought to escape my clutches by cowering here in this ruined world. You have only delayed the inevitable.
No! Curse you! I had thought your powers could not reach us here. It seems I underestimated you. So inconsiderate. There was one last thing I wanted to teach you. Fine. It seems we must do it the hard way. You two will just have to learn the ultimate ability here and now. Or die trying.
What? So the last secret of Angry-La wasn't the last one?
Of course not, foolish man. There is another. A supreme skill devised by Grandmaster i.e. one that Erdwin and Morkan performed together. Well, don't just stand there. Combine your powers. Revive the technique that was lost to us so long ago, so that I can die happy.
You dare to resist me?
You must do exactly as I say. Exactly when I say it. We have only one chance. Robert, do not think. Act. Use the technique I taught to you. Quickly! Now, Luminary! Unleash Quadrus... Yes, the last and greatest of all the secrets of Angry-La. Solar Flare!
He is back with us. But he is greatly weakened. We must get him to the temple right away.
Bodo auch. Müde vom Abenteuer in der Zwischenwelt sinkt Backfisch in den tiefen Schlaf. Im Traum sieht er das lächelnde Gesicht Großmeister Pangs. Schließlich bricht ein neuer Tag an.
Ah.
Hi.
You are finally awake. Good. I feared you had suffered some lasting injury. Lord Robert awoke a short while ago. He's outside speaking with the High Lama. We should join them.
Gemacht der Großmeisterin. Aha. Oh, hold on. Bücher. Schade. So, ein Schrank. Aha, Zauberwasser.
Hello there, laddie. Better late than never, eh? What are you staring at me like that for? Is there something on my face?
It is your physique, Lord Robert. You were a good deal slighter, no?
Oh, that! Nothing a good breakfast couldn't cure. Aye, the Grand Master put me through worse on more than one occasion.
Lord Robert has told me what came to pass in the void, that you met Grand Master Pang, and that she trained you in the ancient arts. I hear that you were even able to master the ultimate abilities of your ancestor Erdwin. You have my congratulations.
And I hear that I owe you a debt of thanks, Sir Henrik, for looking after the boy here while I was away.
Please think nothing of it, my lord. It is the least I could do to make amends for all the wrongs I have done. Indeed, I feel I must apologize.
Ah, don't torture yourself over it, son. We've all been pawns in Mordegon's game. You've nothing to apologize for.
Thank you. Truly. What do you intend to do now? We had hoped to find guidance here in Angri-La, but alas, we find ourselves at an impasse.
Well, funnily enough, I was just thinking about something Grand Master Pang told me. She said old Erdwin used a very special form of transport when he went after the Dark One. Some sort of sacred flying contraption.
Whatever could that mean?
I didn't get the chance to ask her any more about it. But it sounds like just what we need to get up to that castle and knock Mordegon off his perch. As for our old friends, none of them were exactly the giving up type, eh? If I'm still alive and kicking, you can bet the rest of them are out there some. So, what say we head over to Arborea and keep an eye out for our pals on the way? If this flying doodad's supposed to be sacred, the folks over there will know something about it for sure. There's no time to lose. The longer we wait, the stronger Mordegon gets. So, let's get going.
Bodo schließt sich der Gruppe wieder an. In seinem Charakterbaukasten wurden neue Felder freigeschaltet. Wie schön. Bodo kann nun die Fähigkeit Perlentor einsetzen und Backfisch und Bodo können nun die Koop-Kraft Sonneneruption einsetzen.
Honored Luminary, We disciples of Angular will do all that we can to aid you in your preparations to take on the Lord of Shadows. We have even devised a special training regime for you. Visit us again soon. We will...
Aye.
Ein wahrhaft würdiger Schüler. Dafür, dass du die peinvollen Prüfungen von Großmeisterumfängen überwunden und die bestgehüteten Geheimnisse Klatschbandus gemeistert hast. Das heißt, es ist jetzt zu antik, ja? Das strahlt eine eigenartige Energie aus. Sie fühlt sich ähnlich an wie die von des Russland. Doch als du den Sachen bewusst, geschieht nichts. Ich gehe wieder zurück nach Nordica. So. Ich würde sagen, Puerto Valor. Metallsteinschild. Ich soll wieder eine Korbfähigkeit dafür verwenden. Ich sammle erstmal die ganzen Missionen und dann irgendwann. Wie komme ich denn nochmal nach Gondor? Oder nach Dings. Oder Wüste. Oder da unten. Gehen wir mal zu den heliodorischen Hügeln. Hier ist nichts. So. Dann gehen wir zum Himalaya-Lagerplatz. Dann gehen wir wieder zur Costa Vallo. Ich habe eine Vermutung, was von wegen Firnland ist. Da wäre dieser eine Drache im Eis eingesperrt. Ich habe so eine leise Vermutung, dass wenn ich nach Firnland gehe, ich erstens jemanden zurückbekomme und zweitens, dass ich gegen den Drachen kämpfen muss, der im Eis eingesperrt ist. Das ist so eine Vermutung, oder? Oh, ich hätte einfach nur das Puerto Vallo rausgehen müssen. Da ist die Schmuckstute. Da der gar nichts mehr. Ich glaube der Anti-Magie. Diebsturban. Schildkrötenpanzer. Jetzt gibt es hier den Bittsteller wieder. Und erstmal eine Heilerkarte, denke ich. Und was gönn ich mir? Heilige nein. Vergiss es. Okay, das ist tatsächlich nicht so schlecht. Das ist halt schon lang. Der schwarze Block ist auch nicht gerade tief. Gut, dann wechseln wir erstmal. Wie Stuhl ist, ihr seht, ich bin bereit. Dann let's go. Mal sehen, was es jetzt für Wasserviecher gibt. Und ich würde sagen, wir gehen nach Firnland erstmal. Ja, wir müssen eh nach einem Tipp, ja. Das war den Bunker wieder am Wort, das Böse. Das Bunker, das über diese Herberge in Kriegerfeld kursiert. Königlicher Camper ist, angeblich hat jeder, der das übernacht, genau den gleichen Traum. So, das soll ich wissen. Kann nicht so weit dorthin. Küste runter Richtung Osten. Küste runter Richtung Osten. Oh, da ist ein Felsen vor. Ja, okay, dann lass es mal dahin. Hab ich noch die Harfe? Scheint nicht so. Die Harfe habe ich nicht mehr. Die wird mir genommen. Die lila Oster. Quadrahieb. Oha. Alles rausgefallen.
Victory is ours.
Ich muss mal kurz andocken. Die Pforte ist Fortgangs. Okay, dann war ich schon bei der Pforte. Anders weiter. Weil da ist kein Schloss mehr vor. Moin.
Victory!
Diligence is its own
Oh,
reward.
Hendrik erreicht Level 37 und er lernt mehr Heilung. Oh, Bodo. Stecken des Erweckens. Ja? Was ja? Hm. Indexreihe Stücke defektiv. Nee. Ich auch nicht. Das meinte ich nicht. Aber hi. Komm, geben wir uns Heilung. Oder er gibt mehr Heilkraft. Natürlich kann ich mir das nicht leisten. Okay, behalten wir erstmal die 12 Punkte. Du, da. Ich will das Feld da frei haben. Will ich doch nicht. Fuck. Ach, scheiße. Ran an die Küste.
It's a wee bit stormy all of a sudden.
Sylvando, this ship of yours is not about to sink, is it?
Don't mention the S word! I'll have us out of this in just a jiffy!
I smell fresh flesh.
Hier sind hier nicht viele auf dem Boot, geh wieder
That
weg.
voice, where is it coming from?
Oh, yeah.
Du kleine Wechsel.
Tremble before the mighty Alizari, faithful servant of the Lord of Shadows and ruler of the deep. You dare to enter my realm unbidden. Know that an insult to me is an insult to my lord and master.
You're the one who'll be paying, you great big slimy so-and-so. Get a load of this! Are you having me on? I just blasted you with pearly gates and you barely even flinched!
The awe with which my lord and master entrusted me renders all your petty human enchantment. Now join me in the blackest depths of despair.
Jesus!
No!
Fuck! Nee, hier bin ich falsch. Ich glaube nicht, dass unter Wasser Gras ist. Wo bin ich hier? Das ist genau, kenne ich nicht. Oh nein. Hm? Hey, du hast gerade eben Fisch. Himmel. Du bist nicht im Himmel. Du bist auch nicht in der Hölle. Geh nicht so herum, ich muss mir angeln, da drüben ist eine. Stehen einige Angeln. Hä?
And what, might I ask, are you staring at? Is there something stuck to my face? All right, all right. It is rather an imposing appearance, I agree. Why don't we try another?
Hä?
No, still no good. Well, if at first you don't succeed.
Huh?
Not settling on a particular form, hmm? That rather makes me think you might not know who I am. In your world, I am known as the Seer. I take on different appearances for different people, you see. By which I mean to say that I look different depending on who is doing the looking. But enough about me. How's the fishing? Caught anything? No, I didn't think so. You're not ready yet, you see. When the time comes, when the fish finally takes the bait, you must be ready to reel it in. But until then, you have no choice but to wait patiently. You know, I have the strangest feeling I've met one of your companions. Eric, was it? Well, no matter. We are not here to discuss him. Come, let us go inside. We can save the fishing for another day. Take your seat. Make yourself at home. Now, the fact that you're here makes me wonder if you might have taken a bit of a wrong turn somewhere. Hold still for just a moment. So that's it. Worried we've lost the power of the luminary, are we? Well, I'm afraid there's not much I can do about that. But there is one thing I can say. You may think that your power has been taken from you by the Lord of Shadows. But power cannot be taken, no more than it can be touched or tasted. Especially not the power of the luminary. Still no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Well, no matter. I think that's enough for now. Let me leave you with this thought. When the time comes, you will know. You will feel the tug on the line, and you will know. Oh, that's right. You're drowning, aren't you? That won't do at all. Well, don't fret. A certain sacred tree tells me it's not your time just yet. Right. We'd better get you woken up, hadn't we? You are the luminary, after all. You have rather an important task to be getting on with. Go. Save the world.
Ja, moin, Schnips halt gegen meinen eisernen Helm und ich kipp um. Das ergibt Sinn. Schnips halt like Saitama oder was? Hi.
Darling, you're alive! Oh, thank goodness.
When you took that tumble into the sea back there, we all thought you were done for, laddie. Oh, it was terrible. We tried to fish you out, but you slipped beneath the waves before we could get to you. But then, well, it was nothing short of a miracle. There was a bright light, and suddenly, there you were, floating up from the seabed. Somehow we managed to pull you out of the water, give that big slimy so-and-so the slip, and get here to safety. I still don't know quite how we did it.
What's the matter, honey? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Ist ja auch so.
You're kidding. You were fishing and you met a person called the Seer and they turned into a dog? Oh, come on, silly Billy. You were just dreaming, that's all. You were out for a long time.
You have been through quite an ordeal. You need rest. As do we all. Come.
Du brauchst am meisten Ruhe. Du pennst gefühlt bei jedem Schnarch ein. Na gern. Was steht da?
Put courage in your heart and lightning in your hand.
There'll be time enough for staring out to sea tomorrow, laddie. Come on, let's get you to bed.
Die Gruppe quasiert sich in der Hütte am Strand ein und gönnt sich eine dringend benötigte Ruhepause. Schwein und Hände voll. Oh, ein toller Schatten. Der sieht schon krank aus. So will ich bekämpfen. Zwei tolle Schatten. Amore mio! Schuss! Das ist wirklich toll, der Schatten. Ah, einer pennt. Amore mio! Erster toller Schatten. Quadrahit. Oh! Schlitz. Blau. $330. Sollte ihn, glaube ich, umbringen? Nee, noch nicht. $3.700. Tierknochen. Für das Besiegen von 1000 Monstern. Da hinten fliegt diese Insel mit der Burg. Heilige Scheiße, was ist los? Hier königliche Kämpfer. Die da also den gleichen Traum haben, ja? Das ist immer übernachten.
Such pain. Such despair. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret. If only I could go back, I would gladly accept eternal damnation just to go back to that day.
Please, hear my plea. You must free this restless knight from his prison of despair.
So we all had the same dream, eh? Just like people have been saying. The poor knight,
Oh, it was tragic. He looked so desperate. I wish there was something we could do to help, but we don't know who he is, or even where he is.
Maybe not. But that was Dracilian armor he was wearing. What do you say, laddie? Shall we go and see what's become of Dundrasil, now that this blasted darkness has engulfed the world?
Klingt auch gut. Nach Firnland kommen wir ja eh nicht, weil da ein riesiger Steinfors und wir keine Hafen mehr haben. Westliche Ruinen von Krieger durch den Abkürzung. Okay, wir werden nicht ins Umland. Da gehen ins Umland. Hä? Diese Logik. Ich dachte da oben nicht lang, aber da hinten. Du hast hier nichts zu suchen. Solide. Tot. Weil kaputt oder so ist geil. Naja, was. Karte muss laden. Oh. Das ist wirklich eine gute Abkürzung. Grüne Rache der Schatten. Ork der Schatten. Sumpf der Schatten. Die pinke Chimäre. Shiny Chimäre. Bienensticher der Schatten. Kosmische Chimäre. Und wie hieß der Stumpf? Magiepimpf? Der Schatten oder sowas? Stumpf. Ernsthaft? Jeder? Bis auf ich?
All is well that ends well.
Drei Mini-Medaillen. Ja, not bad. Was willst du hier? Heiliger Elefant, Metzeldiener. Boing. Weg mit euch.
Ah, not bad at all.
Waren da jetzt schwarze Drachen? Nein, das ist kein schwarzer Drache. Na, dann komm mal her. Ich wollte dich eigentlich schlagen, egal. Lehnseitechse. Singet heißt Feuerball. Oh. Ja, reicht. So, 63, ne? Shit. 33. Schlau.
not done yet.
Schnittiger Schlag. 238. 2800 Erfahrung. Ein Stück Traut. Schön. Also Eschenburg wird das langsam nicht mehr Eschenburg, sondern Aschenburg. Groschen? Nee, ich hab das nicht. Da konnte ich ja nicht mehr durch das letzte Mal. Oh, da gehen wir nicht durch.
Crevens. This place was in ruins the last time we came. But this is something else. Ah, it fair breaks my heart. Where was I? Ah, yes. It should be around here somewhere. Would you boys do me a favor and shift this little lot?
Well, don't just stand there, darling. If I'm getting my hands dirty, you are too.
Where does this stairway lead, Lord Robert?
To an underground passage that runs beneath the castle. It was meant to allow the royal family to flee should Dundrasil ever come under attack. Right. Let's get in there and see if we can find some clues to the identity of our restless knight, shall we?
Mhm. Let's go runter. Schloss Eschenburg, Verlies. Vier Fiolen-Waisen-Elixier. Danke für die Erinnerung, dass ich nichts los muss. Wir nutzen 2 Zauberwasser.
Such pain. Such despair.
Hier ist der rausgesucht.
How dare you? How dare you return here? Be gone, servants of evil! You took everything. You destroyed everything. You monsters! I will never forgive you!
I'm keen to have a wee chat with our friend here, but something tells me he's got other things in mind.
Der rastlose Ritter. Oh, mit dem Zauberschild. Oh. Oh, okay, der ist nicht so stark. Quadrahieb. Heimatlos. 432. Quadrahieb. Ronaldo benutzt halt eine Schelle. Das geht auch. Oh, ist gut tot. Quadrahieb. Ich hätte was sagen. 260. Rastloser Ritter wurde besiegt. Ja, du schläfst. 536 für mich. Da haben wir noch 6 Talent, vielleicht 25. Keep it in mind.
Such pain you took, my beloved Eleanor. You took my boy. I will never forgive you!
Eleanor? But that's the old queen's name, which would make you...
Erwin, last king of Dundrasil. Just as I thought. A great man, and a fine warrior too, as you've just witnessed. And, most importantly of all, your father. I'm sorry the two of you had to meet like this. What happened to you, Erwin? Come on, laddie. Look at me. What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly soul to free my restless knight from his misery.
The voice from the dream.
You are correct, of course. Before you kneels Erwin, King of Dundrasil. All those long years ago, on that darkest of days, he fought to the last. The light of justice sustained him, and he refused to yield to the darkness. But with time, that light has waned, and all that remains is the tortured soul you see before you. Lost between light and dark, life and death. I beg of you, help him, free him from his nightmare. Shine the light of hope into the darkness of his despair.
The voice. It's gone again. Who is she?
That'll have to wait. Erwin here needs our help. But what are we supposed to do to help him?
Öffne ein Seelentor. Ich hab alles zerstört, ich will euch nicht vergeben. Das Miranda ist von der eigenen Vatersplatte gelernt.
Do I smell fresh meat? It's been a while. Years, in fact. Well then, I need to make you nice and miserable before I devour your tender torment. Watch and despair. Such pain, such anguish. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret.
Of course. We've been waiting a long time.
King Erwin, it is a great honor to be invited to celebrate this most special of days with you.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy and happiness to us all. Congratulations, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you. Aye, this is a momentous day for Dundrasil. I am truly humbled to be lucky enough to celebrate it with you all. My dear Sultan, King Gustav, allow me to welcome you both to Dundrasil. You honor us with your presence.
The honor is all ours, King Erwin. Truly, it has been far too long. 1,000 thanks for preparing such lavish festivities. Though, of course, we are not here merely to celebrate. Today's colloquy of kings shall determine the fate of Erdrea for generations to come. I, for one, mean to see that my people's interests are well represented. You will forgive me if I grow a little passionate.
It is the first time the rulers of the Four Kingdoms have ever gathered under one roof, you know. A momentous occasion indeed. But the reason itself is a momentous one, of course. The birth of an heir to the title of Luminary is an event of unparalleled significance.
Indeed it is. Thank you once again for agreeing to meet so readily. Now, I have some final preparations to make before we convene the colloquy. I will come and fetch you when we're ready to begin. Guards, I don't suppose any of you have seen King Carnelian.
Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert, sire.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert, I will be convening the colloquy shortly, if you'd like to make ready.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark. That he is the luminary reborn.
That's right, aye. I've decided to present him to you all at the colloquy. The sight of so many people gathered to celebrate his birth has brought home to me how important he is. How much hope the light he brings represents.
Save it for the meeting, Owen.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all Erdrea hangs in the luminary now. Not everyone's going to be happy about that. Right, it's nearly time. Why don't you go and fetch the wee one from Eleanor's chambers?
Tun wir das mal kurz.
Touch him, Lady Eleanor. I promise I'll be careful.
I think he likes you, Jade. He wants to play. He's a very special boy, you know. They call him the Luminary. People have all sorts of hopes for him. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father. That he can help people to overcome their problems. Just as Erwin does.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor. King Erwin!
The colloquy's about to start, Eleanor. Will you hand me the wee one? All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Don't worry. Daddy will look after you.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to him so tight, you know. Let the poor boy breathe. Would you look at it thundering away out there? And on such a special day, too. It's making me feel uneasy.
Come on now, Eleanor. There's nothing to worry about. We'll keep you safe no matter what, won't we, wee man?
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Your dad's a force to be reckoned with, and no mistake. Right. We better get this meeting started. I'll see you later, Eleanor.
Good luck, both of you.
Ich schätze sie auf 4 Jahre älter. Obwohl sie hat ganz schön viele Haare. Vielleicht ist sie... Sagen wir mal 4 bis 5 Jahre älter. Vielleicht schon 6. Oh, come on! Was ist das denn? Warum ist hier keine Decke? Es regnet doch rein, es ist kalt. Warte mal. Müssen wir tiefer runter? Erdgeschoss. Lagerraum. Warum ist der Lagerraum markiert und der andere Raum nicht? Oh? Wie das so wird man. Ja. Hier still. Noch stärker. Ja. Stärke baut sich nicht von alleine. Ich muss kurz hier den pinken Punkt ansprechen, weil ich sonst keine Ahnung habe, wohin muss. Pinker Punkt. Von der König wird nicht. Sag mal, weißt du noch, in welchem Raum es stand? Ich hätte schon verschlagen, die Könige beraten sich im Raum direkt gegenüber dem Thronsaal des Strohkopf. Direkt gegenüber. Ah! Dankeschön. Was sind die denn jetzt in der Rest?
This child, he is the one?
He bears the mark. There's no mistaking it. Dark One riseth, tree descendeth, luminary, man defendeth. Light's mark shineth, hand extendeth. With his coming, black night endeth.
The final poem in the Book of Erdwin.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heroes, bringing eternal peace to the world.
But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk the land once more.
The kingdom of Svardsrust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands, and King Arnud with it.
And now a child has been born who bears the mark. Which brings us to a reason for gathering here today. What does all this mean for Erdrea?
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. But surely, the birth of the child signals an end to our woes. Now that the luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well, is it not?
You believe that the presence of the luminary will ensure that peace prevails? Can you be certain? Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another poem concerning this matter, does it not?
It does. The very first poem. The prophecy. World Tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo, the Dark One, bleak, black, vast.
What are the two of you implying? That the luminary causes the appearance of the Dark One?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness, the stars cannot shine. This has always been the way of the world. Darkness and light must coexist. So, indeed, the birth of the luminary may well be what causes the Dark One to awaken.
You dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles? That the luminary isn't a force for good?
Can we be certain that he is? Evil does not always take a monstrous form, after all. You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late. Ever since your child was born, it...
What are you trying to...
Oh. The star sings at night, you know. I have heard it. It sings of Erdrea's destruction.
King Gustav is right.
Ah, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all hear them. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our people to root out even the slightest hint of evil at its source. Even when that source is painfully close to home.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son. My own flesh and blood. Something happened. Not long before the child was born. I'm sure some of you saw it. A great, blinding light shot up from Yggdrasil and set the sky aglow. For a moment, it seemed that night had become day. We saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining from the mark on his hand. The child is a force for good. I have never been more certain of anything. He did not give rise to the darkness. He was sent to drive it out. Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin. The light of the luminary is a gift. A gift that will cleanse the world.
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, if you had shown even a whit less conviction, we would have had no choice but to remove the child from your care. The luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world. He must be protected at all costs.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believed. Your face.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. He will be trained in all that he will need to fulfill his destiny. We must confer upon the luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carnelian, everyone, I don't know what to say.
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with, and it ended just as I knew it would.
Now the matter is settled. Our kingdoms are united in their purpose.
Let all be as Yggdrasil wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is to introduce the luminary to his adoring public.
Thank you, King Carnelian. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now,
Your Majesty!
What is it?
You must flee the palace immediately. Monsters! Hundreds! Hundreds of monsters!
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out of here now.
Where is the luminary, Babs? Give him to us.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle. Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
You need not fret on my behalf. I am not in my dotage just yet. Now go!
Thank you, both of you.
Jetzt bloß nicht stolpern. fahren.
You're alive. Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we feared the worst for you both.
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise.
Eschenburger aus, so. Gebe ich auch an. Richtig spiritueller, wenn du mich schon spüren kannst, Alter.
We should be able to get out through here.
Nee, es ist no.
His presence. I sense him. I smell him. The luminary. Give him to me. There can be no escape.
Just you try and take him.
The monsters are everywhere. What are we going to do, Erwin?
If they've made it this far around the castle, they must have the place surrounded. We'll have to use the tunnels. This way. I think this was the one. Quickly, in we go. Time to make a break for it. I'll deal with him. Get out of here! Quickly!
But Erwin...
Run! And don't look back!
All right, you despicable creatures. Do your worst.
You won't get past me!
Quadrahieb. Quadrahieb. Nice, I crit.
It's not over yet. And stay down. Right. Time to get after Eleanor. King Carnelian? Over here, Your Majesty!
Okay. Ah, hier in dem Raum, glaube ich.
King Carnelian? What in the... Who are you? What do you think you're doing? Your Majesty?
Erwin, is that you? What happened?
You're all right. Thank goodness. Jade's with Eleanor and the wee one, Your Majesty. They made it safely out of the castle.
I see. Good. Very good. I shall send my forces after them.
Your Majesty, what do you...
The bloodline of the Luminary ends here. Today.
King Carnelian? Your Majesty? Sire. Forgive me. I was unable to find you. I thank the heavens that you are unhurt. King Erwin, what has happened here?
I had no choice. He came at me in a frenzy. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the Luminary, and with my daughter.
Surely not. Whatever would possess them to commit such acts?
The birth of the child has put them both under great pressure. It has also caused the coming of the monsters, the loss of countless lives. Perhaps the coming of the Luminary does bring darkness in its wake. After all, without him, this tragedy would never have come to pass. Yes, I see now. He is not our savior. He is the harbinger of the night to come. The child of evil. The dark spawn. He must be found and dealt with. The peace of Erdrea must not be permitted to collapse. Find him. Leave no stone unturned.
Sire.
Of darkness. He is the Luminary, the Savior. Someone, please. King Carnelian must be stopped, or the world will be plunged into darkness. Eleanor, please, forgive me. I was too weak.
And this one's misery is just exquisite. His kingdom ruined, his family gone, betrayed, dying alone. Which is why I've been drawing out his torture for all these years. One must savor such succulent, but even the most fabulous feasts must come to an end. It is time to move on to the next course. How does your despair compare, I wonder? Hold still while I sample its delights. Give yourself to misery. Let anguish consume you. This is your most painful memory. The darkest, tenderest recess of your soul. Yes, your powers were stolen and used to give birth to a monster. You could not protect your friends. You could not save the world. What kind of hero are you? Pathetic. Wallow in it. Marinate yourself in misery. Yes. My mouth begins to water.
Can you hear me? Please, you must listen. There is a light inside you that can never be extinguished. It is waiting, biding its time, but it is there, and when it shines forth, it will illuminate the world. Now is that time. You are the luminary. You must conquer the darkness. You must shine.
This light is...
Morgen wieder zur Sonne, wäre gar kein Bock.
What's happening?
You're back with us, laddie. Are you all right?
This light, disgusting. It blinds me. It fills my mouth. It tastes of hope.
This is the beast responsible for King Erwin's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
Kill it.
You dare disturb me while I prepare to sample the next delicious morsel of misery. No matter. Your screams of agony will surely whet my appetite.
Karnevalskavallerie. Torwotanz. Schlaf gut. ...516. Jo, hier wird die gepennt.
You must protect yourself. Wakey, wakey.
Mehr Heilung rein. Heil dich bitte. Wie geht denn etwas? Ja, noch gleich. Er ist dead. Der Gramverschlinger wurde besiegt. Jedes Gruppenmitglied erhält 12.000 Erfahrung und 8.000 Neuer Zauber erlernt. Energieschub. Nice. Das ist 15 Talentpunkte, das klingt schon mal gut. Fesselriemen.
Where am I?
Du lebst noch?
Wait. Those eyes. I'd know them anywhere. Son. Is it really you? It was you who saved me, wasn't it?
You're back. You're back to your old self at last.
Eleanor?
Our son has freed you. Despair no longer holds you captive. You are free to join me after all these years.
I am, my love. I am.
Jetzt ist er wieder stolz zu sehen. Und er kommt nicht mehr.
My dear son, my darling boy, many hardships await you. Many trials lie ahead. But you must not stray from your path. You must not falter. Let the light of hope, the light inside you, be your guide. And remember, we will always watch over you. Farewell, my darling. I love you so much.
Goodbye, my little one. Goodbye, Erwin. I hope both of you find peace at last.
Honey, your hand!
The mark. It's glowing again. Your powers, they're back.
Die waren nie weg.
The luminary is restored to us, and all thanks to his honored parents.
Hat die Kraft des Lichtbringers zurückgewonnen. Der Bereich Lichtbringer in seinem Charakterbaukasten ist nun wieder verfügbar. Habe ich nie benutzt. Und Istanbul. Alvins letzter Albtraum. Dafür, dass König Alvin uns von seinen Qualen erlöst hast, der die schlimmen Schicksalsschläge immer wieder aufs Neue durchleben musste, welche ihn einen Längsgang des Abends Eis hatten. Selten, dass man Hintertür verwendet. habe gesagt, wir sind in den Norden, zu Twistanbul. Wir sind hier gerade bei Eschenburg. Bitte persönlich Hildruck, Hügel, Marmorwald, Kriegerfeld, Herberge, Puerto Valor, Nautica. Das ist ja nicht auf der Karte verzeichnet, wo wir hier gerade sind. Das heißt, wir müssten Herberge. Vermutlich. Gut, ich würde sagen, ich beende für diesen Stream. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, lasst eine Bewertung da. Und schaut beim nächsten Mal wieder rein, wenn es weitergeht. Bis dahin, habt einen schönen Tag.